Look around you. What do you see? Grown men with lives overflowing with excess, chasing fleeting pleasures, bellies hanging over belts, hands eager for one more drink, one more meal, one more empty night. Faces that no longer remember what it means to live with purpose. These men, who were once boys full of dreams and hope, are now lost in a sea of distractions. Their hearts, once filled with potential, are now clouded by the coldness of indifference and the relentless pursuit of something they know deep down will never be enough. When they were young, their fathers took them to church, placed their hands on the scriptures and said, "Read, learn, walk the path of truth." But those words fell like seeds on dry ground. They sat in Sunday school, listening to stories of David, Moses, Paul, heroes of faith who faced battles requiring courage and wisdom. That's where they learned about discipline, the strength of faith, the unshakable power of God. Some even joined Bible studies surrounded by a community that wanted to see them grow, to mature in wisdom and truth. But it was never enough. They nodded in agreement, recited verses as if they were empty phrases, never letting those truths touch their souls. And as the years went by, the noise of the world grew louder than the voice of God in their hearts. Now these men are here, grown, but empty. They chase one more distraction, one more thrill, one more escape, just to avoid facing the emptiness within. They run from the pain of self-reflection, because they know that true weakness lies within. But then there is the one who chose the harder path, the man who did not bow to the temptations of this world. He does not give himself to fleeting pleasures. He chooses to live with discipline. He wakes before the sun because he knows time is a gift that must not be wasted. He trains his body because he knows that physical weakness reflects inner weakness. He reads the word because he understands that a man without wisdom is like a ship lost at sea. He builds, he works, he protects, he fulfills his purpose with every action, with every choice. His mind is sharp, his will unbreakable. He doesn't speak without meaning, nor act without purpose. Every word, every move is intentional. When the world tries to distract him, he stands firm because he knows that what is temporary will fade. But what is true and eternal will remain. He seeks wisdom, not entertainment. While many are lost in a frantic search for pleasure, he is the calm in the midst of the storm. And when temptation comes, he does not fall. The flesh is weak, but the spirit is strong. He is not controlled by his desires. He controls them. While the world surrenders to consumption, instant gratification, and shallow pleasures, he stands firm. He knows that true freedom is not in giving in, but in resisting. Society calls fun what is really slavery. Slavery to desire, to superficiality, to vanity. But he refuses to be a slave. He chooses the freedom that comes from discipline, from self-control, from obedience to something greater. The man who fears God does not fear the world. And it shows in the way he lives. The world calls him old-fashioned, rigid, distant. They mock him, ridicule his firm stance, his commitment to truth. But in 10 years, it will be he who still stands. While the others have fallen, their bodies will be weak, their eyes empty of light. They will drown in depression, regret, and moral collapse. They will look at him and ask, how did he do it? How did he stay firm while we all fell? The answer will be simple. God, discipline, purpose. He was not forged in comfort. He was molded in the fire of adversity, shaped by prayer, hard work, and sacrifice. He chose to say no to what was easy and yes to what was right. The man of faith does not wait for motivation. He moves with conviction. He does not seek comfort. He seeks growth. His life is a journey of constant evolution, of constant overcoming. He knows that by facing life's challenges, he is being prepared for something greater, something eternal. His body is strong because it must be. His mind is sharp because the world is full of lies and deception. His faith is unshakable because it is anchored in the rock, the truth of God. And that is why he walks differently. He does not bow. He does not surrender. He does not break. because he knows that true strength comes from within, and that he does not belong to himself, but to something far greater, something that never fails, that never runs out. He lives for a higher purpose, not for himself, and that's what makes him different. He is not swayed by the tides of the world, because his life is ruled by a higher authority, the authority of God. Weak men surrender to the flesh. He crucifies his. He chooses to live by the strength of the Spirit, by the power of faith, and in doing so, he becomes stronger, more focused, more determined to fulfill the purpose God set for him. True strength is not just in resisting momentary pleasure, but in standing firm through adversity, in persevering when everyone else gives up. He is forged in the fire of hardship, and it is that fire that makes him stronger, more faithful. He knows that in the end, he will be what God always intended him to be, a man who lives for the glory of God, not for the pleasures of the world.